Hey, what's going on, guys? My name is Alek Zirkle. I'm a first-year student here at CVCC. I'm getting my degree in Associates of Arts to transfer. And this video is going to be about the book we read for our Introduction to Ethics class, Second Chances by Chuck Gallagher. Um, Initially, when I first started reading the book, I honestly really didn't like it that much because I didn't necessarily think it was all over the place, but I was kind of trying to see what he was building on, if that makes sense. Um, so one of the first things I'm going to talk about is I found it interesting that the name of the book is called Second Chances. Because if you think about it in our lives, second chances don't necessarily roll around that often. That's why it's important to capitalize on those second chances when we do get them. That's like growing up. People always talk about, do something right, do it the first time. Or vice versa. If you want to do something the first time, do it right. And that's kind of how I always grew up. I was never really dependent on second chances. But there's hundreds and hundreds, and the list goes on and on of people who have gotten second chances. To name a few, guys like Henry Ford. I think he went bankrupt like 5 times before starting one of the largest motor companies in the world. Or Vincent van Gogh never sold a painting in his entire life, and now his paintings are worth millions and millions of dollars. So just guys like that, or even Muhammad Ali's famous boxer went to jail for raping a girl. I think she was the Miss Black Rhode Island or something like that. Went to jail. When he got out of jail, I think his first pay-per-view fight won. It was over in about 45 seconds, and he won $25 million. So obviously second chances don't roll around like that for everybody. So when we do get a second chance, it is not only our duty, but we need to capitalize on those on the get-go because they don't come around that often. The second thing I'd like to talk about today is Gallagher's idea of how our consequences not only affect ourselves but affect other people. And this was the basis of which I wrote my paper on. Basically, every action that you do, whether good or bad, has consequences. A lot of people have called it different things. One really popular movie and books called The Butterfly Effect. And the definition of that is it's a sensitive dependence on initial conditions in which a minor change in one state of a deterministic nonlinear system can result in large differences in a latter state. So basically all that means is you make one change to one thing here in your life, later on down the road it's going to affect it this way. And it's kind of, I'm not going to say it's not real, but it's just an idea pretty much. One more, or a better way to look at it, I guess you could say, is called the golf ball effect. For anybody that's played golf or seen golf played, if you swing on a ball, you come down and you hit the ball flush, full on perfect shot, the ball is going to go straight exactly where you want it to go. It's not going to deviate left or right, it's going to go straight down the fairway. But if that head of that club is off by a single degree, that's going to your ball is going to come out straight, but that's going to completely chip your shot either left or right, whichever direction your club face was turning. So that's an interesting way to look at it is, decisions you make right now in the short run really do affect you in the long run, because say, for instance, you choose to do something right now and you don't really think about how it's going to affect you. So your golf ball, if you will, is going to fly straight for a while, but later on down your life, it's either going to deviate left or right as the adverse effect. And whether that's good or bad, that's really our own choice. But I just think that it is interesting that he wrote his book this way, because one thing I liked about it too is he never made any excuses throughout his book. He realized what he did was wrong, and then he began correcting those deficiencies in his life and trying to make things up. And in the end, it made him into the person he is today. That's why, people say diamonds are made under pressure, not hugs and kisses. So Anyways, I'm gonna wrap it up. That's it for the most part. This is Alek Zirkle. Peace.